Disobedience leads to destruction. Proverbs 14:12. There's a way that seems right to a man, but the end is death. You may start up to do something with good intention and get caught up with it. Doing the right thing at the wrong time can cost your life. When God sent you on a journey, He backs you up. If you delay or answer at your own time, you may not have the presence of God with you. It is disobedience. Disobedience is worse than witchcraft. That's what the Bible said. According to the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15 and verse 2, God gave instruction to Saul to kill them all. God said, I remember this kingdom was after my people when they were returning from Egypt. And God gave instruction to Saul. He said, destroy everything. Why? Because God fights for His people. So when Saul got ready, he took the soldiers and they went into war. And the presence of God was with them. And Saul destroyed everything except the good-looking cow, the animals that are, well-fed. And then he took Agag, the king, alive against the instruction God has given to him. And his intention, he said, those animals were taken to be sacrificed to God. His motives were right because he had these animals to offer them as a burnt offering or sacrifice to our God. But you know one thing? The instruction was to kill them all. God never said, bring back animals for sacrifice for me, even though your intention was good, but disobedience to God's word and God's direction made God to reject Saul. Prophet Samuel went to Saul and said, God have rejected you. What have you done? And he was explaining how he was faithful and how he had done what God has called him to do. Yet, God have rejected you. People fail because of disobedience. And the scripture said disobedience equal to witchcraft, is like witchcraft, divination. God can reject you for this if you are a disobedient person. Important message here is that Saul's motive looks right. He did this to sacrifice these animals to God, but it was not God's instruction. Further, in the book of 1 Chronicles chapter 13 verse 3, David called all the people of God together and said, we have to go and get the Ark of the Covenant. And they agreed and they come together. And when they got this Ark of the Covenant, they put it in a donkey and they begin to move. And they were praising God, dancing. And they get to a point, the animal carrying this ark stumbled. And the ark was about to fall. And this man ran. And he touched the ark in order to protect the ark from falling. Uzzah ran straight to hold the ark from falling. And the Bible says God killed him there. Why? Because he was not authorized to touch the ark. His motives were right, but it was out of disobedience. He was trying to save the ark, but that was not the instruction from God. What does that tell us? You can be doing the right thing at the wrong time, and that can cost you your life. That can cost you your blessing. Doing the right thing at the wrong time. Even though their motives were right. But that wasn't what God was asking. Obedience is better than sacrifice. So it is time for us to do God's word, God's will, and not our own way because it seems right. That's why the Bible said there are so many things that seems right in the eyes of a man, but the end is death. How do you want to live your life? In obedience or in disobedience? Time and season does not change God. He has a standard. Obedience is better than every sacrifice you have for him. So it is high time we begin to do what God has called us to do in obedience, not the way he pleases us, so that we don't fall victim.